सीक्रेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला।
सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप.
On the program tonight is someone who comes tonight on my program not as an actor but as the sister of Major retired Vikrant Kumar Jaitly. Celina Jaitly, if I can take her on air for a minute, please. Actress Celina Jaitly, who comes on my program tonight, comes as the sister of Major retired Vikram Kumar Jaitly, who has been missing since September 2024. This case has come to the attention when it went to court. Ladies and gentlemen, she's fighting a legal battle. She comes on air with her advocate, Raghav Kakkar. Before we talk to them, this is what the backdrop of the case of Major Vikrant Kumar Jaitly is all about.
Major Vikrant Kumar Jaitly, retired, a veteran of the Indian Army, Infantry, 3 Para, Special Forces, seen in these pictures while serving in the armed forces with his fellow officers, his family, and in this picture with his sister Celina Jaitly, who's now leading the fight to find out what happened to her brother in the UAE. On Instagram, Celina Jaitly dropped this post titled "Standing for a Soldier," a ray of hope from the Delhi High Court in the case of Major Vikrant Kumar Jaitly. In her post, she said she was finally seeing hope after a 14-month-long battle for her brother, Major Vikrant Kumar Jaitly, who she describes has been a victim of an enforced disappearance for 9 months, followed by detainment. She adds in the post, "You fought for us, bhai. Now it's time for us to stand behind you."
एक साल से it's been a nightmare for me. That's all I will say. I'm very grateful for today's judgment. And as India is rising and becoming bigger and bigger in the international diaspora, our soldiers are becoming targets overseas over and over again. And I think today's judgment will really help in bringing him back. And I'm very grateful to Raghav and the entire team here.
Celina Jaitly's advocate says the government has been asked to file a special status report on the steps being taken and why the family has been kept in the dark on the detention.
Considering he was, of course, our major general from our army, a special forces officer, and I think the government is going to. In order to issue status report, everything, they have to file a status report directing the steps they're going to start taking. We had no idea. That is why we filed this petition. Because we have been kept in the dark as to why he was detained. He was detained he was first abducted and then detained in Dubai. We have been trying to follow up for the last 14 months. Today, thankfully, Justice Datta has passed a great order, and we are very thankful for the government's cooperation, so they did not object.
Why was Major Vikrant Kumar Jaitly detained in the United Arab Emirates? His sister Celina Jaitly joins Arnab on the debate tonight.
Celina, can you begin by first telling us this evening, your brother has been detained for 14 months now. What has he been detained for?
Good evening, sir. Sir, I wish I knew the answer to that. And that is why I'm here to have these answers, that what is going on, what is he detained for. Nobody has answers at the moment. And I approached the High Court so that I could get some clarity on the matter. Because last 14 months have been, as a sister, we've lost our parents. It's just the two of us left in this world for each other. And having said that, not knowing where my brother is, if he's alive, in the first 8 months, I had no idea where he was. And these are the questions I've been asking. There have been so many questions and not enough answers.
So why do we use the word detention if you have no word on who has detained him? Has there been any word from the government? Do you know if the security agencies have detained him in the UAE? Has there been any communication with him?
Sir, he was a abducted for the first 8 months, and after that we were informed, thanks to the Madad portal where I filed a grievance, that he has been remitted, if that's the right word, to a detention center after being missing for 8 months. I think Raghav will be better to answer that, sir. I am sub judice. There's not much that I can say. This is all that I can say. But Raghav, please go ahead and answer, sir.
Thank you, Arnab, for having me on the show. Actually, the word abduction is very important because when he was picked up from the Mall of Emirates, there was not an official police car or any enforcement that picked him up. That's the report that we got from his wife. And it's only after 4 months we realized that then he's in the detention center at Abu Dhabi. So it's actually first an abduction, and now we know he's officially with the authorities, but they've completely sort of kept us in the dark as to what's happening to him, what the case number is, and why he's been detained.
Is there a legal process going on in the UAE?
There is. So we filed a writ petition. There is no legal process going on in the UAE. We tried to initiate a legal process. For that, we first needed the case number. They did not even provide that. Therefore, we were constrained to now initiate in Delhi. And then Justice Datta gave us the relief we sought for, luckily, with cooperation.
But if you know he's been detained, you would know, Raghav, what crime he has been detained for.
So in Dubai, we would not know, because unlike here where we can pull out a history of a case just knowing the case number or through or online, in Dubai that is not publicly available information. So we first need an officer to officially tell us and provide us with the papers. And that's what we had tried to obtain for the last 8 months. So we could give him effective legal representation there, as I have my firm there as well. Since we could not obtain that, we were constrained to then at least now get the MEA to activate its channels and diplomatically and through the embassies give him representation and also provide us details as to his well-being, and more than that, also help him finally talk to his sister, which he's not been able to talk to.
When did you speak to him, Celina? When did you speak to your brother last?
Sir, I last spoke to him in 2024 Rakhi, and that was around the 19th of August, and Bhai used to travel a lot, so, and I was living in Austria, as you know. I was married there, and he was in Dubai. And I was trying to get in touch with my brother on and off, but I thought shayad travel kar raha hoga. Since 19th August, there was no response. And I'm a mom of 3 kids. I have twins plus 1. So I was like, theek hai, maybe he's traveling or something. He'll get back. And then one fine day in the end of September, I received a phone call where I got to know that he has been abducted by unknown entities, and on the 6th of September 2024 outside the Mall of Emirates, and since then there is no other information.
Who told you that he had been abducted, and what details were you told about how he was abducted?
I was told by his wife, and sir, I think I will ask Raghav to give the details.
So this was an issue that was brought up, actually the only opposition that was brought up by the government in court, that we are in touch, I mean on and off in touch with his wife, and we have provided details. However, when we try to get in touch with the wife, she's not been responding, and then we get to know from another source, who's Vikrant's friend, who's also spoken to, that the facts that were given to us regarding his wife earlier, regarding the timeline, regarding his well-being were not correct. So in that state, then Celina decided, being his only surviving blood relative, decided to take this case in her own hands, and since then she's been fighting a lone battle.
Celina, this is a forum where a lot of people are watching this program. We have this message will go across to everyone on digital streaming, social media, and on television.
Yes,
so I just want you to share everything that is in your mind in case you wish to make an appeal, in case you want to share any more details, in case you want to speak about your brother who has also been given in his service in the army a Chief of Army Staff commendation. This case is not known to many people. This is your opportunity to share as much as you can, Celina.
Sir, I'd like to say that he is a patriot, he's a born patriot, he's a 4th generation armed forces officer. And even though he was inducted into MCTE, the Military College of Technical Engineering, he decided to change his arm and become a para-SF officer. That's how patriotic he is. My brother My brother has injuries on his body from so many missions. He's broken in places that people would not know of and people would not see from all his missions that he's conducted in his time with the Para-SF. As a sister, this has been one of the darkest times of my life, the darkest 14 months, and I thought it would happen when my parents died and my son died, but this is at par, if not worse than that. I had a lot of questions. Why this has happened? Where is he? Where was he during the abduction? And now suddenly we have been informed that he is in a detainment center. I don't want answers. I want him back. I want him back in his country. I'm very worried about his mental health. He was abducted for 8 months. I don't know what was done to him. I don't know what they are investigating. They're investigating something, I guess. I have no answers, sir. I just have a detainee number, which was only we have come to know since he was moved to this detention center a few months ago. I can only appeal my government. My government is my only protector right now, and I wanted to bring this to the attention of our esteemed government. There is no one else I can turn to. I do not have the resources. I do not have the means. I do not have the answers. I do not have the way. I'm not Celina Jaitly right now. I'm just a soldier's sister. I'm his only surviving blood relative, and he is only surviving blood relative of mine from my parents' side. Having said that, I just want to appeal to our government to please bring him back. He has served our nation with great honor, and I know the government will stand by him. This was the only means available for me to bring this matter to the attention of our esteemed government, and I know that once this is in front of them, they will definitely help. I just appeal to our government to please, I believe in them, I respect them, I honor them. Please bring my soldier back to me. I'm very worried about him, and he is all I have.
I'm actually very surprised, Celina, you've not been able to speak to him. Even in the worst of circumstances, there is legal representation that is allowed, and relatives are allowed to speak. Even those on murder charges would be allowed to speak. No contact with family is absolutely unfair, and I totally stand with you on that. At least that will give you the assurance of how he is, and I would appeal to the government as an Indian citizen and ex-army officer. Whatever the reasons, this is not what anyone should be made to go through. Celina, can you still hear me? You can hear me, Celina? Raghav, can she hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you.
So,
yes, sir.
I just want to ask one more question. Your brother was working with the Matiti group, I'm told, involved in trading, consultancy and risk management. Did you know of any dangerous work that he was doing?
Yes, sir.
Or any undercover work he was doing?
So, I just know that this company was formed. His wife was the CEO of the company, and they were working together. And this is all that I know of the company, the facts that you mentioned.
Do you know anything about what his professional work in the UAE was?
Sir, you mentioned certain points. That's all I'm aware of. Raghav,
All we know on
Matiti.
broad spectrum, Matiti went to cybersecurity, and it just started foraying into AI. We don't have any other details.
Okay. So what happened, Raghav? I mean, when Celina is approaching the MEA, the embassy in Abu Dhabi, the consulate in Dubai, the foreign minister himself. Usually, I know one thing, Celina. Our government, the Modi government, is very proactive in helping Indians in distress abroad.
Absolutely.
We all know that. There have been so many examples of that. This seems to be an exception. So this seems to be many question marks on this particular case. Have you directly approached any political authorities?
I could just say one thing at least.
No, sir. I've been following the protocols which are required. I've filed the grievance with the Madad portal, and I tried to connect with authorities in UAE, and I did whatever was available to me because, as you know, I was based in Austria. And I was getting information from the Madad portal. It was not enough information, because when it comes to your own family, your own brother, you need more answers. Sometimes it's all templatized, sometimes it's limited, and whatever is offered to you is not enough when a loved one is missing and you don't have any answers. Where is he? Is he alive? Is he there? Who has taken him? Why are they? This is my question also, sir, exactly what you asked. Why are they detaining him? And I didn't have any answers. And after 1 year or 14 months of waiting, sir, I couldn't wait anymore. I just needed to approach some authority through which I could have
But Celina,
some
you know
more
what this is looking
answers.
like? It is looking like if it's an illegal abduction, then we need to know what the exact circumstances of those are, right? So if his wife contacted you, if his wife contacted you, that is your sister-in-law contacted you, may I ask you who told your sister-in-law about him being picked up, like without a warrant?
Sir, what?
Who informed your sister-in-law?
He was picked up in front of her.
In front of her, how?
He was picked up in front of her.
How?
She was with him when he was picked
How, by whom, how many people?
Would you be able to talk?
So they were shopping at the Emirates Mall, and when they went to get their car in the parking, there was a black van that pulled up with two people just wearing black suits.
No, local.
No, what, without the uniform.
Yeah, without the uniform.
And then they just asked him to get into the car and effectively pushed him into the car and drove off.
So that was picked up without a warrant and then possibly put in a secret facility before being shown as arrested 8 months later. So for 8 months,
Yes.
8 months in illegal detention?
Yes.
That is our...
Wow.
Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have covered so
And
many
sir,
cases.
I've only
but
approached because 8 months is a long time.
of course it is, Celina. See, whatever the reason may be, this is not right. And I think the government of India must listen to this sister speaking tonight. Because whatever he may be doing, if there's a disagreement, if whatever he may be doing, we can't speculate. He's a retired army officer. He served his country, and more than that, to the foreign ministry, I would say he is an Indian citizen. The family has a right to know where Major Vikrant Jaitly is and what he has been held for. Otherwise, we feel very vulnerable. Well, Celina, what we'll do is we'll stay in touch and we'll follow up. As a network, we'll follow up with the embassy, the consulate, the authorities, the foreign ministry, and let's see what more we can get to know about this. Thank you very much, Celina.
Thank you, sir.
And stay strong. Thank you, Celina Jaitly and Advocate Raghav.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, that is an unusual case, if I may say so, and that would be an understatement. At the end of the day, Celina Jaitly's brother served in the 3-para Special Forces, has been an infantry officer. If he's just been picked up, are we going to stay mum and let it be? Well, I hope not. Once again, when I'm back, the growing chorus for Anil Ambani's arrest and why there are so many questions, I'm going to be bringing you some exclusive documents when we return.
Time for a quick breather. Arnab will be right back with the debate.
आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।